Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to show a workflow that I'm using to build this app. This is an app on World War II, and it has different battles. The Battle of Stalingrad, for example, with accordions on different things. So I'll go through in more detail on what this looks like in a bit, but I want to show the workflow for building battles. So I've got about, 5 or 6 battles that have been done. So I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'll say, please build the next battle, the HTML. All right, and I'm not sure which one it's going to do, but it knows which ones have been done, and it'll choose one to do. And while it's doing that, let me go ahead and show some more of what it looks like. So first of all, this is the hub. So the hub's like the table of contents, and it did all of this by itself, which I think is pretty amazing. I just told it, like, I wanted to have basically a table of contents for the battles that it was going to build, and it came up with this way of filtering. Also, you can search for a battle, and you can see all these different ways that it has the battles, all these different filters that it has. Very cool. And it also has these hashtags that I don't even know. Okay, I guess that's how that works. Okay, so that's cool. I just found that out now. So I can put in the year that I'm interested in and look at it that way. Very, very cool. Really, really neat. Okay, let's see if it finished. Okay, so here I've been having some problems with this, and I've got the context for its building in the apps here. So I'm just going to do a workaround, which is to close. This is what I was expecting. I think it built it fine. The way I could fix that would be to start a new session, but I don't want to. So I'm just doing this workaround, and I think this should work. If I go back to, I was here, and it should have the battle, so it does. All right, so this has the code for the new battle that it built, which I don't know what it is, but I'm going to ask it for a placeholder link. So this is really what I wanted to show here. So the placeholder link is where I'm going to put it in GitHub. So I'm going to copy this link, and then here it's going to tell me what battle it is. It's the Battle of the Bulge. And I'm going to go to GitHub, and I will paste the link that it gave me. And so it created a new folder and a new file with no contents. So I will go back to where I was, grab the contents, and drop it in, and then commit the changes. And as soon as I commit the changes, then it will build it. And it takes about 40 seconds for it to build. So I can monitor that in GitHub under Actions, the Actions tab. You could see that it just turned to yellow when I came to the tab. It just started to build. And you can see that there are 38 seconds, 41, 40. So it takes about 40 seconds for it to build the app. So let me show a little bit what this looks like. Let me go to this one. All right. So if I go to this is the repository. And then in the repository, the branches GH pages. So this is a feature of GitHub that if you create a branch called exactly this, GH pages, GH hyphen pages, and have folders, you can put in the folder index.html. So all of these folders all have index.html, and the ones that I'm doing right now are ISWW2. IS stands for instructor snapshot. I go down to WW2, and this is the one that it's doing right now. And you can see how many I've got. I've got about 6. And then if you click on any of these folders, it will have an index.html. So you have to name the file index.html, and then it knows to look for this and to serve up these pages. So it should be done by now. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask for the viewer link. So it knows how to do this because I told it what I want. And it's going to give me the link that I can paste into my browser. And then I can, actually this probably will work here. So I'll just click it here, open the link, and here it is. So this is the new page that was just built, just in this, couple minutes. So very, very quick, and it's integrated into the hub that we just did. And I can type in bulge to find it, and there it is, and go back. So I think this is a really, really cool workflow. I've tried a bunch of different workflows, like using Codex or Cloud Code, which will actually do writing to the repository for you. Here you saw that I have to copy links and paste in the code. But the other ones, also you have a little bit of work that you need to do. But I would say actually either way will work okay. I would say I slightly prefer doing it this way just because I'm doing them one at a time. And so if there's an issue, then I can fix it. However, I do have an app that is well tested that I can give it to Cloud Code, and it's about the same size as this one, meaning that it has about 20 web apps, and it will build the whole thing. It takes about half an hour, and it will build the entire thing, soup to nuts, which is one little thing that you need to do at the end. Basically, it builds it on its own branch. It won't build it on yours. You have to merge it onto your branch. So that's also really nice. I have a video on that on Cloud Code, working with Cloud Code. And you can do similar with ChatGPT. But I really, really like this workflow a lot. This is tremendous if you have, this is new stuff that I'm doing. I'll show you how I did it. I'll just talk for a few more minutes because I don't want this video to go on for too long. But for this type of workflow, it's really, really good. And I'll show what I'm talking about. So the way that this session started was, I said I wanted to do an instructor snapshot session. And I asked it how much it knew about it, because ChatGPT has memory. It used to be it didn't know anything, if you had a new session and you had a session and started a new session, it wouldn't know anything about what you did. But it's not like that anymore. It's getting better and better at carrying over memory from sessions. And it's, kind of hit and miss. So I asked it what it knew, and I actually have done quite a bit of work with it. So it knew quite a lot. So I said, okay, this is good. I don't have to tell what to do. It knows what to do. I'm just going to give it an example. This is really helpful if you can give it an example of what you want it to do. So I gave it an example, and I told it, I said, right here, it says, I think this is enough of a background to do what I want you to do. If if you need more information, let me know. But let's go ahead. And I gave it the dashboard. So the dashboard is the hub. This is the dashboard. And I also gave it an example of a battle. Although the other app that I had did not have battles. It was a completely different subject matter. So let me show this, because this is really cool. So what I did was, and this just gives an indication of how powerful AI, they just keep getting better. It's really fun, really amazing. So I asked it how to go about it, because like, which is the chicken, which is the egg? I could build the table of contents first, or build the battles first. It said build the table of contents first, and it built this hub, which is like, it did all of this. The only thing I told it was that I wanted to build these individual pages and have it linked to it, and all of the rest of the stuff. And I told it what the look and feel. Like, I like this, the way that this looks, this theme. And that was it. It did like everything. And then for the individual battles, since this was a different subject matter, I asked it, I gave it an example of the other one that I had, and I said, what do you suggest having as categories for what we're doing? And it said these categories. So it switched the categories some of them were the same, most of them were different, but like course summary was the same. It had a timeline, and it had sources. And everything else is different, tailor-made for this one. And then it built the pages, and you can just have these links that you put in the GitHub and copy it into it. And you saw how fast that was. Really, really nice workflow. And I hope you found this helpful. And until next time, thanks for watching.